Alright, back to this Fort Jackson. It's looking a bit weird. Yeah, it's pretty good. Still good. I better clean up some of these. There's so many. You're going too down. So yeah, I'm just reducing those places that have multiple branches coming from one spot down to my favorite branch of the bunch out of the small groups. So I like the branches that flow up from the trunk and like reach out. Like this. See? I don't really, if they come out and then go down, unless you're doing like a cascade bonsai, I don't really like them. So, bye. Those two are cool. They're not too bad. 1 into 3 up here. So one of those 3 gotta go. I don't like that one. Not that one. Not that one. This leaf's gonna go. Make sure that all the leaves have their own space in the sun. What? So now that I've gained confidence, and by confidence I mean irrationality, I've just gone for it. That guy coming out of that bend in the middle, sorry my dude. Yeah, if you've got a branch coming off an arch or a bend, doesn't look great either. That top is pretty cleaned up though. I like it. Look at this aerial root. This aerial root's going straight up in the air. Sure, you can go straight up in the air. Wow, this aerial root, that's sick. When that gets long, I'm direct it down to the soil. That would be really cool. I reckon this big guy's not quite. Here is place with lots of branches coming off. No. No. Whoa. That's... Yeah, see, these scissors are just so good, it's so versatile. I can use them on they're very precise, but at the same time they're quite strong, which is pretty good. And unless I'm cutting trunks, then I need these by hand ponies. Just pulling off some leaves. That vertical aerial root, crazy. You're crazy. I might just clean up this cut with that big branch, this big branch that I took off, crossing the middle. I'm gonna just nibble away a little, just so it looks a bit more natural. Like this. And also when it scars over, it'll become more 3D, so you want to kind of make it an indent. Right, I've got to sharpen those, dude. An indent rather than a bump. So that's not quite an indent, but should be fine. Alright, I think that's the end of the big boy. Okay, we're up to tree number 2. These ones will be a lot faster because they're a lot smaller. A little bit of weeding. Get grass. So, cool aerial root. Look at this, going the wrong direction. This guy's flipping out. I'm just gonna leave all those area roots. Who knows, man? They're so cool. Just leave them. They're so tricky to grow that even if they're growing in a undesirable direction, I just leave them. This guy's like coming out of the pot. He's like, bleh. I'll leave him there. When I did the initial separation of the trees, this one was insane. Like, it had this huge kind of like rotted branch coming out here that was dying off and dead. And I literally, look at that scar, man. Good. It's like, I don't know, like 5 centimeters, a couple of inches. So it's a big cut, but it's healed over well. Like, it blends in now. When I first cut it, it was like bright white. It's always tricky to find a front. And the front changes, like, who knows, this might stay the front. But for now, this is what I've chosen. Stick to show front. And I'll just leave that stick in, because then the next time I work on this tree in like 12 months time, I'll be like, front's been found already. Don't even have to do anything. Alright, what are we doing here? Not much. Couple of ladder branches. Now, I want to keep the branches on this one quite high. I want this to be a much taller, simpler, straight kind of tree than the last one. So, I'm taking off this lower branch. And it's a ladder branch as well, kind of, if you look here. Ladders with this one, so I'll take the lower one off. And I'll use my rusty branch pruners that are dull and not sharp. Still good. That's a cutting right there. Show you buddy. Cutting. Oh yeah, so much better without that lower branch. I could even take this one off. Nah, don't want to take too much bigger out of the tree. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to do, really. Except I'll thin out these branches at the top. And also take off this. Clean that cut up. Take off this, because it's growing into the center. This one's growing into the center because but also it's the leader of the tree, so I don't actually mind it. It kind of fits. It's not shading anything else out. There's 4 branches coming off here. This one. If I take this off, I would need to keep both of these. You know what? I think that's it. This might need taking back. It's a little bit too strong, so I'm going to find a leaf that's pointing outwards. So you want to equalize the vigor in all the branches as well, if you want to. So they're kind of growing at the same speed. This branch here is kind of taking a leaf at the moment, but there's a leaf here, this one here, facing outwards. So just above that. And I'm going to do the same there. And now this branch will retake off, but that's okay. I'm alright with that. Just going to clean this up here. And that'll do. Number 2 finished. Give you a full rotation. Oh, look at the sap, poison sap. Why do I keep touching it? Back to the front. Weeds, dead leaves. There's a spider. Dude, it's another jumping spider. They love these. Asari! The only thing I'm going to do to this tree is take, I know that's the front, because I know some people might not think that this big cut here is desirable, but I like it. Bye! Cute. And the only other thing I want to do to this tree, I'll see if I can do this. These might not be sharp enough, but take some of this dead wood here off. Dead wood doesn't last on ficus anyway. Just to make it kind of look a bit more natural, like it's snapped off rather than, well, it's not. Doesn't look like it's been snapped off, but it looks pretty good. It looks fine for now. Again, these aren't anywhere near the kind of proper lives as bonsais. Why is there a holly leaf in here? Yep, that's my Winnie the Pooh. My Winnie. Why is it called? Why do I call it Winnie the Pooh? I don't know. This reminds me of a tree that Winnie would hang out in. The last one of 4. The baby one. I'm not going to do much to this guy at all. All I want to do is take off a couple of these leaves, internal, pointing in towards the center of the tree. And I know I said before that arrow roots are cool and you kind of want to leave them and see what they do. But when they're coming out of the pot, man, I'm going to take that. I'm just going to tidy that up just a little bit. But yeah, they would have come off anyway. I would have cut them off eventually anyway. So yeah, the front for this guy is right there. Alright guys, this is all 4 of the trees pruned up, the Port Jackson ficus or the Port Jackson figs. This is the mother plant, or the biggest of the 4. These side branches probably could and should be taken back to reduce their vigor. Like, I probably should take them back to one of these outward facing leaves, but I don't want to, because I love the width of this. I kind of want a really wide canopy. So maybe before its next prune or repot, I might just take the ends off a couple of these really, really vigorous branches. But for now, there she is. This is the front. And I'll slowly rotate her. She's beautiful. A little bit bald, but still beautiful. She will come back with a vengeance and go pretty wild now, especially with all this wet weather. Here's the second one, but I can do it manually. Pretty cool. My Winnie the Pooh. I saw Winnie. Front, left. The spider! Come back, friend! Please! 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 I don't want to scare him off. Back. Side. Back to the front. And then the little guy with these crazy, I call it the starfish. Because he's got these, he's just starfishing out with these crazy. Back to the front. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned, subscribe for more bonsai videos. I have a huge collection of bonsais and I'm constantly working on them after work, of course. And there's going to be other content on this channel as well. I'm going to be doing some aquascaping and some terrarium and paludarium building and all sorts of cool stuff. So stay tuned, PLB Green. See you later, guys.